Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Shami Eats and Treats. Click on that subscribe button and today we'll be making Zingo. Now let's start with the filling. Here we're breaking down 800 grams of ground meat and adding 1 teaspoon of sea salt. After removing the meat, we'll add 3 to 4 medium to large onions that were chopped. Typically when making these meat onion fillings, I like to have more onions than meat. I find that it makes it a more juicier, flavorful filling. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Once the onions are nice and translucent, we're going to add the cooked meat back to it. Now we'll be adding 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 of a cup of dibis, which is pomegranate molasses, and 1/2 cup of simma. Now let's make some dough. We have 3 cups of flour and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm adding the cup that earlier I set aside for 10 minutes, which is 1 cup of water warmed to 110 degrees with 1/2 teaspoon of sugar and 4 grams of yeast. We're going to let this knead for 7 minutes. Then we'll place it in a well-oiled bowl and set aside covered for about 40 minutes. Now's the time to put it all together. We're going to flatten it out into a nice circle. If you get a little holes, it's okay. You're going to roll this. It's going to overlap on top of each other. You do want to make this quite thin. Think spring roll. Now we'll add our filling in a nice line. Then we'll pull in our sides and roll it up. With this recipe, you should get around 14 Zingo rolls. You could make 14 balls ahead of time to give you an idea of how big each ball would be relatively to how I make them. You could make them bigger or smaller, it's up to you. Now let's get cooking. You want to fry these on both sides. Get them nice and golden brown before serving. I hope you enjoyed this video, and even more, I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you did, give it a thumbs up, comment below, and be sure to subscribe. Also, let me know below in the comments what recipe you want to see next.